Okay, so basically I've been asked on the YouTube comments how I do my crosshair setting and a few other settings questions. I've never made a settings video, so I'm just going to make a quick settings video for everyone that asked, alright? So we'll fly down to settings real quick. We'll do crosshair first because that's what most people ask for. And the basic crosshair people are asking for is the dot. You know, the dot on the screen. It's a pro setting. There's two kinds of pro settings, alright? You've got the line and the dot. Some people use an X or a cross, but most pro players are going to use a line or a dot. The reason why they use a line is because they can line it up with head glitches, you know? And then the reason why they use a dot is because it's quite clear. You can use it as a hit indicator. So I'll show you. Okay, so we'll go to crosshair. So this is how it's done. Static crosshair enabled, yeah? That's this one, enabled. Smart reticle, you want 0, 0, 10, yeah? Tick marks, 12 of 12, this is important. This is the important bit to make it the dot, yeah? 12 of 12. Smart reticle's got to be 0, 0 because that gets rid of all that weird circly stuff around the center, yeah? Which kind of fogs up your screen. You don't really need that. So tick marks 12. Now the tick length is up to you. I have it at 3. Now, as you go up, you see it there, as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You see it there? Yeah. So 3 gives you that dot effect. You can go smaller. Some people go to 1. Depends on what your vision is like. And you know, I'd start off higher, right? When I started off at 6, and I gradually worked my way down as my aim got better, you know. So I suggest people start higher with a large one in the middle because it gives you a better indicator. You want crosshair rotation at about 180. Some people have it at 360, but I don't understand that. 180 is the way to go. And crosshair capacity 10 to 10. So the colours are up to you, but the reason why I do my colours this way is so I use it as a hit indicator, so I know if I'm hitting someone, if I have hit detection or not, which is very fucking rare on BLR. So we'll go for it anyway, right? So my neutral colour's green, my friendly colour's green, my enemy colour's red, and my enemy colour far away is red. So what that means is that my crosshair stays green all the time until an enemy's in sight, and when an enemy's in sight then it'll flicker red as it passes over the enemy. Now the way you can use that as an indicator, as a hit indicator, is basically, even if BLR is so buggy that even if there's no enemies in sight, like through a wall, through a corner, through a fence, through a head glitch, your hit indicator, your crosshair will actually flicker red. Even though you can't see an enemy, it'll show you there's one there. You understand? So you'll know when you pop around that corner, or if you shoot through that, say curtain, head glitch, fence, whatever, you can pop an enemy. Even I'll give you an example, like Helo deck, when you're shooting through the curtains mid-map, up to the back room where everyone gets on the head glitch beside the depot, you'll be able to shoot through that curtain without actually looking, just using the hit indicator. So that's basically how I do my crosshair. Okay, so I mean, we'll go through all the settings while we're here. Game settings. I mean, all of this stuff here, I mean, this is all preferential, you know. There's only certain things I will suggest you do, yeah? So if you're doing your brightness shouldn't be any more than 95, and the reason for that is anything above 95, it basically gives you too much glare on certain maps. Like, off the top of my head, Vertigo, certain parts of Helo deck, there's a couple of other maps, you know, Rig is one of them. So certain places on the map, you'll pop around the corner and the glare is too bad, you can't see the enemy in front of you. So you got to keep it below 95. Some people, you know, 85 to 95 is a good range, yeah? FOV, exact same thing, 85 to 95. Some people have it at 100, but it's like being drunk, you know, it's pointless. 85 to 95 is your range there. Okay, so you can get a quick look at the settings. Alright, and here's the big one. This is the important one, right? Everyone wants to know. Yeah, so I have aim assist enabled, yeah? I played around with aim assist off and on plenty of times, and I find it too much work to have aim assist off. You can say what you want about, you know, you're not a pro because you start using aim assist off, but I genuinely feel that you play better if you kind of float, if you swagger left to right with your crosshair, and you just kind of don't necessarily aim left to right, left to right, left to right, and it'll actually pick them off very easily for you. Certain things you want to disable here. Okay, so your HRV toggle, you want to disable that. That's usually set enabled, but you want to disable it because basically it means that your HRV, you can tap it once and hold it down for as long as you need it. It recharges quicker. A friend who showed me that like maybe 2 years ago told me it's like automatic HRV, and it kind of is. So look sensitivity, this is all preference. You shouldn't go for mine just because I've put it up. I mean, this is preference. You start what you want to. I used to have look sensitivity 18, and then tight aim at 16. I just gradually came down as time went on. The dead stick zones. Now this is entirely up to you what you want to do. Again, it starts off at 5, yeah? 5 is where you start, which is right in the middle. And most people never change this, which means that you have to force your stick over a little bit further than you want to actually get registration. So, me personally, most pros are going to use 0, 0, but I find that too sensitive. I don't like that. I find that way too sensitive, especially if a target's moving, and most people strafe now, so, you know. Another thing about the dead zones is if you have the dead zone set off, like 1.21 for example, or whatever, any off settings, if they're not exactly the same settings, your character will tend to drift, whatever one, if it's left or right. If you have 1.1 to the left, your character will drift slightly to the left for no reason at all mid-battle, and you won't know why. That's why you have to have them exactly the same. You don't have to, but I suggest you do. And that's basically it for the settings. Oh yeah, obviously there's the crouch toggle. Now this is a personal preference. I crouch toggle disabled so I can teabag really fast, and that's just my thing. I like to teabag fast, you know. Like most people, the teabags they do are disgraceful. They're not even called teabags. They're more like them bending over ready to take one. So if you want to do a proper teabag, crouch toggle disable, yeah. So that's basically my settings. I hope that helps anyone with questions, especially the crosshair when I'll go back over it again real quick. Smart reticle has to be knocked off. Static crosshair enabled. Obviously you don't want that spreading apart in the middle. Tick length 1212. Oh sorry, tick marks 1212. Tick length again up to you. Start higher and work your way down, yeah? Simple. And that's it. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in game, just to give you an idea, alright? So we'll choose playlist. We'll fly in here real quick. We'll do a quick whip on Halo deck because I love the madness. Okay, I'm gonna give you a quick look at what that looks like. There's your green dot. You see that there?
You know, young rich niggas. You know, so we ain't really never had no old money. We got a whole lot of new money though.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Cooking, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. Hey. I don't trust nobody, good the trigger. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. My bitch bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. All set. Records on records, got backers on backers. I'm riding around in a cool. I take your bitch right from you. Bitch, I'm a dog. Eat the whole walls. Hop in the frog. I tell that bitch to come for me. I swear these niggas is under me. The hate and the devil keep jumping me. That was on me, keep me company. Hey, we did the most. Yeah, pull up and goes. Yeah, my diamonds a choker. Holding up, I with no holster. Get the ruler, diamond cooler. It's a roller, not a mule. Dabbing on them like the usual. Yeah, magic with the brick, the voodoo. Magic. Outside with a bad bitch. Then I send the bitch through Uber. I'm young and rich and plus I'm bougie. I'm not stupid, so I keep the ooze. Records on records, got backers on backers, so my money making my back. Hey, you niggas got a low act rate. We from the north, yeah, that way. That cookie blunt in the ashtray. Two bitches just national smash day. Hop in the left, have a drag race. I let them birds take a bath, baby. Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't trust nobody, get the trigger. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too.
Drop money out of space, kid, cut, drink, introduce me to your bitch's wife, and we know she slutty. Broke a brick down, nutty, buddy, nutty, nigga, duck it. Don't move too fast, I might shoot you. Draco, bad, bougie. I'm always hanging with shooters, might be posted somewhere secluded. Still be playing with pots and pans, call me Quavo Ratatouille. Run with that set, call me Booby. When I'm on stage, show me boobies. Ice on my neck on the coolest. How about the suicide with the ooze? I pull up, I hop out with all of the drugs and the good luck.